it's nice to see you trying to speak or trying to type Swedish, Nikolai. Do you know? I guess you know what you're trying to say anyway.
Yeah.
I guess you understand hur är det means how are you? I guess.
Yes, just the few words I was learning.
Very good.
For surprising you.
You did surprise me. This is supposed to be English conversation. You're speaking Swedish to me.
Maybe,
Hello.
John, in the future you could arrange a Swedish hangout. You know,
I'm not good enough.
better than us.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hello, Elena. Hello. Can you hear us, Elena? Elena, maybe. Hello.
It's the morning in our town.
How are you?
Early morning. It's 5 a.m. now.
Where are you calling from?
I'm from Russia, far east of Russia.
Nice to meet you.
Near Japan and Korea.
Okay, there's just to let you know, there's quite a long delay from when you talk, so I apologise if I talk over you. It's because there's quite a long delay. I hope you understand. How's the weather in Russia today?
It's freezing morning.
Is it been cold there?
Yes, it's cold.
I know that I think you all know anyway that I live in Sweden, and it's been minus seven or 8 today, so it's been quite cold here as well. Yeah.
More than 10 minus.
Wow. Even colder than us today. Wonderful. Elena, what I'm going to do is when you're not speaking, I'm going to put you on mute because there's quite a lot of noise in the background. Is that okay? That's better. Okay. There was a lot of feedback in the background, Elena, so I've had to put you on mute just for now. So, does that sound better, everybody? Could you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's much better now, isn't it? Okay. So, who would like to? I mean, we're not going to start just yet. We'll wait until we get a few more people. Who would like to talk about just anything really? Would anybody like to ask any questions, or would anybody like to ask somebody else a question at all? I'd like to ask Nikolai how things have been in Romania over the Christmas period, because I haven't spoke to you for quite a while. How's things there?
Sorry, but I don't understand.
How are things? You haven't spoken English for a long time, I can tell. I was asking you how's things been over Christmas in Romania? Have you been well?
He's a bit rusty, maybe.
Yeah, there seems to be a really strange delay. I can hear my own voice coming back on myself. It seems really strange at the moment. Can you hear me, Nikolai?
Yes, but I. It was a very nice.
There's something very strange happening here.
Yeah, there is a little repeating your voice in background.
Yes, I don't know why, because
yeah, like echo.
Yeah, it is, but it seems to be coming back and back and back for some reason.
not so well. Not so well.
Just to understand better your question, maybe.
Yeah,
no, I can hear a lot of voice.
I know, Nikolai. I can hear you what you're hearing because I can hear it very faintly in the back of my earphone as well. So I don't know what's happening. Is it better now? It seems to be quieter now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, good evening, my friends.
Oh, hello, Abdullah. How are you doing?
Hi, Abdullah.
How are you? John, Marco, and other friends.
Ciao.
Nice night.
We're all fine, thank you, Abdullah. We're just having a few technical problems, I think. It seems to be echoing for some reason. So if you can hear my voice 20 times again and again, I apologize. There's something happening with the sound. How are you, Abdullah?
I'm very good. I'm very glad to join you again, another friend.
It's really difficult to hear you, Abdullah. You seem
No,
to be.
I hear you very well. I hear you very well.
Okay, great. Okay, that's better. I was just asking Nikolai how he has been over Christmas, because we haven't spoken for such a long time. And okay, Nikolai has a problem with his sound, I guess. Do you want to try again, Nikolai? Okay. Can you hear me, Nikolai? No. Okay. Marco.
Oh, yeah.
It seems to be
I
me,
am
you,
here.
Alina, and and Nelson who can hear it at the moment. How's Christmas been for you? I know you've had a bit of a rough time at the moment, but how's things been beyond that?
Yeah, right. Recently, I have been really busy because I have had a bad moment on my work because maybe you can imagine in the winter there is a lot of access to the first aid to the hospital, and at the same time there is congestion in the world, also in my world, and so I had to do a lot of re-entry at my work, and you know, I love my job, but in normal timetable. I really don't like when I have obliged to do work in addition because I can rest properly. And so in these last days, I maybe in these 50 days, I work a lot, and at the same time, just you said before, you had at your home your mom, but in my home I had other problem with my mother-in-law because she's not fine with her health, and I have to take care of her even when I was at home. But I don't want to worry you all because you know, I am a positive thinking, and even when worst comes to worst, I try to give a good resource from my character, from my mood, and so it's enough. For example, try to have some rest for my mind. For example, doing English. For me, it's not also a motivation to improve, but or try to get better. But I take advantage of this my passion by thinking other things that is not so stressful, like job or family problems.
Could you hear me?
So, and Nikolai, sorry.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah. Right
Because
now.
I'm out of Hangout, but I'm still hearing the sound. That I was asking.
All
But the
right.
sound become better. Strange.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Really
can hear
very
you a lot
strange.
better. We can hear a lot better now. Yeah.
I don't join in video Hangout. I will stay here because the sound is very good.
Stay where the sound is good. What are you now? What? I mean, are you not in the hangout? How are you talking to us?
I don't know. Strange.
I don't know.
I'm out of Hangout, but I can hear you very well. The sound is perfect now, and I
Oh,
am not joining in Hangout.
oh, fantastic. Okay.
Yes, I told you sometime before our structure of security, maybe.
Very strange. Oh, we
No,
just
but yeah, I was finished my statement, my speech, just saying that now I am relaxing with you all, and my job is still demanding in this day, but never mind. Life is ask to everyone a lot of effort, and so I am prepared for that. I am not scared from problems because I always tell my patient when I see someone cry or complain for their problem. Uh, I used to say that it's useless cry to bad things because the bad things never disappeared when you cry. So
oh,
you have to think positive and look ahead at the same time.
mm.
This is my philosophy now forever.
So you must be really looking forward to, I guess, the next year, 2015. I guess for you, it's going to be still quite a tough beginning to the year, but I guess you're looking forward to hopefully having a bit of a closure with your father, and
Yeah,
I guess yeah,
you
you're
know,
looking forward. Mm.
I passed a very demanding, very hard moment, but at the same time, my job, my experience helped me a lot
Mm.
to get over this hard moment. And I realized that not everyone have my same resource, but not because I am special, I am different from other, but because my job permit me to see through the things in the other way, in the other viewpoint, because I know exactly that life is only one. Obviously, everyone know the same things, but my past experience uh, has permitted me to have a different standpoint, viewpoint, and
Mm.
I have to thank to that because I am stronger than before when I did another job, and so I I I advise I want to advise everyone to look ahead even when the things seem like to go so bad that everyone think there is no hope, but there's always a hope behind the corner. This
Mm.
is my philosophy, and
Yeah.
I am grateful for that.
Unfortunately, the corner is so far, Marco, and I can't see.
The corners in Romania are very, very big.
Yeah.
I know.
Come on then, Nikolai. Share what's your plans for 2015 then? Just to survive, I guess, another year.
No, I just hope something will exchange here. What can I have? I can't have a plan because here all is moving in a strange way. I don't know. I'm waiting to see what will be with our neighbor from Ukraine, from Russia. I don't know because the situation become very worse. We are waiting. I'm sorry because people have to have a lot of problems for some government like ours, like Russian, like Ukrainian, like others, because they don't work for people. They work just for him. It is my opinion.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation that you're in, and how I know you had some problems with your son working. What's happened there?
Sad situation, but just a few days before I solved the problem.
You solved the problem?
Yes, just
Did you?
3 days before.
So he's gone back to Germany now and he's working?
I hope, because he lost the job.
Uh-huh.
The German owner can't wait so long time.
No,
4 months.
No.
We have to see what will be.
So what are your hopes and dreams, Nikolai? What do you want to happen?
Oh, it's hard, my friend John, to tell. I don't believe our president, which we just elected. All people is very happy because we exchanged the last president, who was really very corrupt. But in my opinion, is the same in this. Just the method is different. I hope do not have right, but is my feeling.
Anybody want to ask Nikolai? I think everybody knows that Nikolai lives in Romania. I think that you all know that. Maybe Elena doesn't know that, but things are quite tough there, aren't they, Nikolai?
Lina is in my circle. I think is my internet friend. Feel free to ask me something if you like.
Anybody? I mean, I could ask Nikolai a million questions, but it's not for me tonight. It's for you guys to speak. Does anyone want to ask Nikolai anything? No?
No.
Okay, I'm so happy. It was a joke.
I'm sure somebody will think of something to ask you. Can I ask you?
Okay.
He succeeded the exam.
What did you say, Abdullah? Sorry.
He said he succeeded the exam.
I was going to ask you. I'm sure it's the same in Europe, most of Europe, but the petrol prices have dropped a lot in Sweden, where I live. The price of petrol has decreased dramatically. Is that the same in every country?
Yeah. In Italy, it's the same.
In Romania, it's not the same, because here was this decreasing just a little bit. They are waiting to increase again, and they will put another big price. Is usually in this way our authority works.
So you haven't seen a decrease in the price of petrol at all?
Just a little bit.
Only a little bit, okay. And Italy has. What about?
In Italy, the price of the petrol is deeply lower because now it's in the best petrol station. It comes more or less €1 and three or 400. €1 and three, yes, 3 or 400. And so it decreased more than 500 compared to the past when it was almost €2.
Wow.
And so I think it's a positive, but at the same time, I don't know if it's really positive because obviously all that come from the nation where the petrol is extracted, and so they earn little compared before, and obviously they aren't happy for that, and I can imagine sooner or later the price could rise once again. I think we have only to wait what the government or the power that stay above us decide for us, because we have only viewers for that, right?
Oh yes, yes, yes. I'm sure the price will go up very soon again. Abdullah, what about where you live? Do you drive a car at all?
Yes, yes, I drive a car.
Have you seen the price of petrol decrease
What?
as well?
Repeat your question.
How many percent?
Mark, sorry, John, you have a problem with your connection.
It's okay. I can hear you now. You're very, very quiet. Yeah. Did you say you have a decrease in petrol there as well? It's cheaper.
Maybe.
Yeah, we're finding it very hard to hear you, Abdullah. Can you hear us okay?
I think that there is a weak in the connection.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to just listen then in that case? Because can you hear us okay if you just listen? Is that okay? Yeah, I can hear it seems to go off and come back on again. Nelson, we'll try you, Nelson. Can you hear us okay? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. How's things in Brazil when it comes to the price of petrol?
Well, Brazil is in a bad situation economically because we have a recession here. I think that this year is bad for this situation because I could say inflation. I'm trying to find a word to describe inflation.
Inflation. Hmm?
Inflation. Okay, we have a high inflation here. Our security is getting worse, and the government is cutting fundings for education. Brazil is not in this best situation now, but we also have good things here. The weather here is really good. Uh, uh, we have many outstanding places here to visit, and I want to ask me everything you want. I will try to reply.
I have one more question. I've seen on the news that I know in São Paulo, at least, I'm not sure whereabouts you are from, Nelson, in Brazil, because I know Brazil's a very big country, but I was reading that you have quite a big problem in 2015 with the water supply. You're running low on water, I believe.
Yes.
You've had such a warm summer, apparently, that all the reservoirs are drying up.
Can you repeat?
Of course.
Again?
Yes, I was just saying that I heard that on the news. I was listening and reading that you have a problem because there's no water. That there's a lack of water, and that they're saying that people have to stop using the water and use less water.
Yes, but we have this problem here. But oh, I'm sorry, I'm lost in your question. Can you type the main words?
I will type it for you, of course.
My words skill in English is my listening. I have to improve that.
No problem. I was saying that you have I'm going to write this down for you. A drought, lack of water.
Yes.
You have some problems with water.
This problem is not only in São Paulo, is in almost entire country. Some companies that has staying in São Paulo is leaving from São Paulo because this problem.
Wow.
I didn't know the word drought, but lack of water I know. So I got a new word to my vocabulary.
Yes, you got a new word today. That's the whole idea of being here on the Hangout. It's learning something new.
but that problem is really serious because São Paulo is not common this problem, lack of water. But in the last 2 years, the water is really being really hard, and companies, famous companies, are leaving the state because of this problem.
Wow.
But I don't live in São Paulo. I live in a city nearby Recife. It's in the northwest of Brazil, and this region is affected with the drought, and newspaper does not mention it because it's a common situation here in Northwest, the problem of lack of water. But in São Paulo, in the south of the Brazil also, it's a new problem. And we have a political problems from opposition governments, and the government offered help to São Paulo, but the government did not accept it from political reasons.
Okay.
By the way, you can set up the volume of everyone opening the toolbox.
Yep, I have the toolbox open right now. I'm just trying to control the sound as best I can. I can hear everybody okay. Maybe it sounds like Abdullah has a problem with the connection, like he said. It seems he's very, very faint, but I can turn that Abdullah up to maximum, and let's see whether we can hear him. So thank you for that, Nikolai. I'll do that.
You're welcome.
John, Marco.
Yeah? Sorry?
Right. Okay, now we have a problem about lack of water. Yes?
Yes, we're just talking about Nelson. Yes.
How can we treat this problem? How can we create a solution of this problem?
I can help you because here in my country is a lot of water. But you are so far.
In my country, there is no problem. But there is, I think the health of the world have this problem.
Yeah, I was going to actually ask Nelson the same question. Actually, I was going to say to him, what is the solution? What has the government said they could do to help? Is there anything, Nelson, that they can do? Do you know?
You are talking to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Nelson. Abdullah was just asking about the lack of water worldwide. It's obviously a big problem, and I was going to ask you actually, what's the government saying in Brazil that they can do to help with the water situation? Is there anything they can do?
The government says that he's trying to solve the problem, but here they talk a lot and do almost nothing. We have I don't want to show a bad image of my country, but unfortunately here we have many problems with corruption in the country. Brazil is a continental country, have a strong economy, but has a bad administration, and many people don't have water even to take a shower in Brazil, and it's terrible. We have many promises, but almost nothing has been done.
Can they? Do you have any water pipes, or can they ship in water? Because you said that Brazil doesn't normally have problems with water. So, what is he promising? How will he bring water to the cities? What's his solution? Do you know?
No,
I'll type it for you. Oops, sorry, I spelled that wrong.
You want to know what promises they do for the population.
Yeah, well, you said that the government said they're going to try and solve the situation. What are they going to try and do to help?
They tried. We have a big river in Brazil called River São Francisco, and it could solve the problem of many cities that have been affected with lack of water. And in 7 years, the government said that he will do a transposition of water. He will create a channel to transpose, I could say transpose, to transpose water from one region to another region. We have it's feasible, it's possible to be done, but they did that. They are doing to do it, but have passed 7 years and nothing has to be done.
So there is a solution. They can divert the water, but it sounds like every country. I mean, we're all living under these problems with corrupt governments and promises that never seem to ever happen. So it's quite a common thing, I think. In every country that you live in, the governments are promising things and things don't happen. But water is it's an essential thing. So it's something that needs to be, of course, solved.
But I think that it not takes place in Sweden. Sweden have a good administration.
Yeah, we do have generally a better administration than most, but I don't think they're perfect by any means. So, but I understand. I think most people know that Brazil has got problems when it comes to corruption within the governments. It's quite widely known, yes. I think.
We have problems, but I want that it could be clear that I love my country. I love my country, even with this corruption, and I hope that everything would be fine. But unfortunately, I think that's probably that it never could be takes place. But
Abdullah, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I have a question and I have a solution at the same time.
Great.
Good.
Did the government create the factories in the beach for desalination the water? Desalination the water.
Desalination. What did you say? Desalination, the water.
Distillated water.
Oh, sorry, distillated water. Of course, yes, yes.
Yes, it's real. Is a way for in Africa is applied this kind of water. They have built some kind of distillery in Sahara, I think, and they have without any cost, and is a solution. Yes.
But where did they get the water from to distill it, Nikolai?
From air.
Oh right, okay. So it takes out the moisture out of the air. Yeah. Could that? But is that enough to supply a city, or is that on an individual basis?
But here in Romania, people from countryside grow some. They search fresh water underground. I don't know how far it is, but here is a solution. Is a very good water underground. I don't know in Brazil is so far or not. All village have this kind of water, and for every people.
Does everybody here believe that water is going to be one of the main issues of 2015 and forward now, of course, in the future? I mean, water's getting scarcer and scarcer in a lot of places, and especially clean water is getting very rare now. Do you think it's going to be a big problem in the future?
Yes, I'm sure will be a big problem, because we are fortunately right now, because they renounced at extracting petrol from fracturing method, but in all country which apply this method, they don't have fresh water underground, just worst water.
I was reading that in America they have the Great Lakes, you know, the big lakes they have in America, and that companies have been buying the rights to extract the water from the Great Lakes, and they are selling it to the Chinese, which to me is exploitation of a human. I mean, it's a human necessity. Water. They shouldn't have the right, I don't think, to be able to take water from a natural source and then sell it to another country. I think it's absolutely ridiculous by the sound of it.
Yes, because I don't understand how a person can have water just if he had money, because here is free. And in my opinion, all people around the world need free water. Not if you don't have money, you can't drink water. That is not a solution for saving water.
No, because to me it sounds. I mean, Brazil at the moment sounds a very serious situation, because, I mean, from what I was reading on the news, that the water is extremely low, and if this is happening all over Brazil, I mean, how on earth are they going to supply all those cities and towns with water? Where's it going to come from? And like Nelson said, I mean, there is a solution with perhaps taking the water from that river, but again, I mean, if the work hasn't started now, it would take probably, like you said, 5, 6, 7, 8 years to even start to do anything like that, to start the work and make it actually happen. I mean, you can't wait 7 years if you don't have water. It sounds to me like a really scary situation to be in. And then you have countries like here, for instance, like Nelson said, Sweden. It's Abdullah mentioned that here we don't have any problems with water at all, because we have more water than we could ever consume. But do you think it's going to get to a situation where countries like Brazil and the US and all these other countries that are starting to run low on water would start to purchase water from countries maybe on the northern hemisphere that have the water, and to start to buy it, to start to purchase millions and millions of gallons of water so that they ship it down to these countries so that at least they have some water to drink. I don't know. I'm just throwing the idea out there. Really, at the end of the day,
I want to tell that another problem for the lack of water here is the waste. People here waste a lot of water.